Today I'm going to be testing out my honey filling machine. It's something I got off Alibaba last week. I tested it out with some water, gave it a rinse and a thorough clean. And today I will be filling up an order of 50 gift jars and also my normal hexagon jars. So this is for an order for a bridal shower. The honey's in there and I will be testing it out. So this is what the machine looks like. It's fully set up and I'll give you a guide. The first thing that I will need to do, I will need to prime the pump, and they've given me a syringe that I'll fill up with some honey and then I'll just squirt it in through that hole just to prime up the pump, and then I'll stick the other end of the hose, which is that side, into the jar of honey, and I'll start the pump. So just stay tuned and I'll show you how to set up the machine and also how to set it for your jars and all of those things. So what I'm doing right now is just priming the pump with a syringe and some honey. Okay, so now that it's primed and ready, I'm just gonna turn on the machine. I've tightened up all the clamps and the hoses. I'm gonna just switch on the machine. Okay, so I need to first set the jar, which I've never done before. So I just need to weigh the jar to get a weight, and that's a 100-gram jar, and I know this jar holds 135. So I'm just going to set memory 1, and I'm going to set the weight to 135. Press M1 again. The speed, it's set at 100%. M1 trigger, that's the amount of the weight of the jar, so I'm gonna set that trigger value to 100. So basically what that means is the minute it picks up 100 on the trigger, it will start, and that's the full weight, and there we have it. So you can also set the slowdown speed. So let me just go out of here, clear out this. Okay, so let's see if I can. So now it's set to auto, and that is manual. Stop grams, so that is when it will stop before it reaches the full capacity. So if the full capacity is set for 135 grams, it will stop filling at 127. It also depends on how high you have the nozzle, because obviously there's still some coming through, so you can adjust the nozzle higher. So here's a little clamp at the back, turn it loose, and you can lift it up depending on the height of your bottle. So I'm just gonna set that back to, so currently it's set to manual, and I need to put this pipe inside the honey bucket. Okay, so the machine is all primed. I filled up some more honey into the tube. It's all set to auto. I just need to click the start button and this thing is ready. It needs to be primed. If it's not primed, if that top section is not full of honey, it's not going to be able to get that suction going. So I'm just going to press the start button, put the jar on, and it's automatically starting. There we go. It's sucking up, and you can see it's sucking up the honey, and it's going down. On my test when I did the water, it was not as easy as this, and now it's filling up, and there we go. Okay, so mistake number one. I need to lower this thing a bit, maybe set the speed a bit down, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust the speed. It's all a learning. It's the first time I'm using this machine. But yeah, we live and we learn. So give me a minute and I'll get back with this machine tested out. So what I've managed to do is I've managed to set these two speed settings. One is the main speed and the second one is the slow down speed. So currently it's set at 60% of normal speed, and then it's also set to go into slow down speed at 100 grams. So I'm going to be taking off this jar and replacing it with another one, and then taking it from there, and then you can just have a look and see how it goes. Next one. Stops on 135. Next jar. I could probably adjust the slow down speed. And it's not the best setup I have, but I thought I'd show you quickly. I've set up the machine and I've got a bucket of fynbos honey that's busy filling. I need to get a longer counter, but I've done 14 jars. These are little gift jars that I have for a bridal shower that's happening in 2 weeks' time. So I need to do 50 of these jars. I've set the machine up, and it's a bit difficult working a camera and the machine, but I'll just show you quickly. So I'll remove this one. It goes to 0. Put the next one on. It counts, it recognizes the jars there, and it automatically starts, and it will stop. And it stops at 135, which is the grams in this jar. So there we go. Quick. I'm just gonna do a few quick ones quickly. See how fast I can do this. There we go, done. Obviously, if I work with 2 hands, it will go a lot quicker. But this is just as a quick video on this process. So the machine actually works brilliantly. Another 135 grams on the dot. I'm really happy with the machine. It was Chinese. It's working as it was said. There was no instruction manual. It came with, it was set to Chinese as the language. I managed to figure out how to change that settings. But it's not a train smash. It's not exactly rocket science.